More news is on the way. Fair, balanced, and unafraid.
Fair, balanced, unafraid? Well, at least the unafraid bit is probably true. If fairness is simply presenting both sides, then perhaps, technically, what follows is fair. Though if you blink at the wrong place, you'll miss them glossing over the Democrats' position. It all starts out sounding like real journalism. That is, until the partisans at Fox and Friends quickly don their analyst beanie caps. Balanced? You gotta be kidding.
And why don't we talk about the big news out of Washington, D.C.?
Janice is just talking about the big news out of Washington, D.C., and that's, of course, the resolution that the Congress passed. And now the Senate will be voting on their non-binding resolution. And I tell you, a week of passionate and intense debate from both sides of the aisle, all 435 members of the House getting up to say their 5 minutes worth of what they wanted to say about this troop support in Iraq.
Ultimately, it passed a resolution that supports the United States troops in Iraq, but essentially rebukes the president and his proposed 21,000 fresh troops for that conflict. It passed 286 to 142. 17 Republicans actually sided with the Democrats here, 2 Democrats cross party lines as well. It was, according to some, a hollow exercise, however, particularly Senator John McCain. Let's listen.
Any occasion, but I think it's an insult to the public and our soldiers to pretend we're discharging our responsibilities to them when all we're doing is debating a meaningless resolution. It is not actually intellectually honest to propose an opposition to the sending of troops to Iraq when they're going anyway. It is intellectually honest to propose a cutoff of the funding. The Congress of the United States has that constitutional ability. So it's a meaningless exercise, and it will not pass.
John McCain voicing frustration because this is non-binding. It doesn't really do anything. It doesn't cut off the funding, and he's frustrated about that. By the way, he is a long supporter of increasing the size of the forces there.
But what does this send to the morale of the troops?
Well, actually, what many people on Capitol Hill believe is that it could weaken the morale of the troops because you're basically saying, hey, we support you, but yet we're going to let the president know that we're not in favor of the troop surge, and then there's this fear of what happens in the future. Will the Democrats go so far as to actually begin cutting funding or cutting the president's authorization to give troops the orders that they need in order to do what they have to do in the battlefield? Now, Tony Snow, the White House press secretary, went so far as to say that basically what's happening here, the Democrats are gambling. They're gambling with their future, and they're gambling with the possibility of failure.
Because the surge may work.
However, the surge may work.
Right, and there are others on Capitol Hill who say that actually morale is not affected by such a measure, and morale could even be enhanced because it shows that Congress is looking out for them. Who knows what the real answer is? Meanwhile, look, you just came out from L.A., so you're up to speed on Britney Spears and all of her antics?
Wow, this was shocking to find this out. Britney Spears is bald.
What?
Bald, no hair.
Every